Knocking out all bums. Don't bring that weak shit in here.
4, 3, 2, kick it.
Yo, Chico, expose these clowns.
Untitled God! Boom, punch out! It's time for the Freddy Chico show to begin. Open up your ears and listen closer. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them more. Yes, of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'm gonna give them more. Yes, of my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. For the truth of my people, I will never quit. No fear in my heart, they keep talking while I'm living this. Kneel for the spirit of the fallen, call them Japanese. Them soldiers always raising up our Fifth Street analysts. Is lost in the zone of a fatal sin. True facts in the story only carry weight. Keep the grind on your mind each and every day. But don't copy off of mine, eat what's on your plate. Respect the Huey P. and Bobby Seale. Malcolm X and the King, cause the dream is real. What I said is what I said, and I mean it all. If you're looking for the real Freddy Chico show, I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'ma give them more based on my wordplay. Freddy Chico show. I'm here for the justice of my people living by the code. Feeling in strong, watching clowns all get exposed. My energy never fade. I'ma give them more based on my wordplay. Freddy Chico show.
Welcome. Freddy Chico show where the truth is revealed and never concealed. We don't be pushing no lies or nothing like that. Let's get it. Represent your city. Let me know where you're checking in from. We're going to start the timer. I see Am Shay's already in the building on Instagram. Shout out to her. The timer is on. So we finna tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, because that's what men do. What? And we might even talk about that brother Polite. I didn't even know that's the dude's name, but we might talk about that. I don't know if you know anything about that situation. I know very little, so I'm not trying to claim. I've done a ton of research on it. But shout out to Forgotten Kings 2.0, Forgotten Teens TV 2.0, and Gravity Takeout, young brother out there. You know, they're covering it right now, and they're schooling me on some things, and I'm schooling them on some things. But you know, just want to have all the information and then go from there. You know, each one of us is grown, so we have a mind of our own to factor in everything that we feel is important and make our decision or make our opinions known, and regardless if they agree or not. You know, that's all a part about being grown. But we got Derek Thomas in the building. What's going on? Atlanta, Georgia is in the building. I appreciate you, sir. We got a hot one tonight. We had this one submitted by a member, and so we're gonna get into it. You know, Amshay, I don't know if you were. Yeah, some dude. I've seen him on some public speaking things, but he's always been like, he's got like a following of people who, you know, he's supposed to be an intelligent brother that's trying to challenge people's way of thinking, but of course it rubs people the wrong way. So he's got the haters and, you know, the groupies or whatever. Real skinny looking dude, dark skinned dude. But yeah, you can look him up. He just has a whole bunch of stuff on there. Supposedly, he engaged with a 14-year-old girl, and they got supposedly semen and videotape and all that kind of evidence, and like, if it's true, Nuke is behind. But if it's on some setup stuff or made up stuff, because people out to get him, I'm not a fan of that kind of stuff. Yeah, well, Derek Thomas is talking about it. He's like, Brother Polite is a fake conscious brother. Okay. Okay, I don't know him. I don't know him personally. I've seen some stuff, very little. So I'm not claiming one way or another. Even if I was a fan, if he did this, he needs to be nuked. But I'm not one of these, nuke every brother because of this one guy. You know what I mean? And two people going too far with it. We're like, these men need to protect everybody because of this girl. Calm down, Derek Jackson. You know what I mean? But Tommy Sotomayor is kind of corny too, though. You know, especially all that stuff him and Kwame Brown are going at it. You know what I mean? He looks kind of corny right now. Um, so you may know more about him than I do, except for the fact you ain't know his name was Brother Polite. But oh shoot, is the time up? The time is up. Let me go ahead and get into this topic. The topic tonight is men, keep it in your pants until you put a ring on the finger. Men, keep it in your pants until you put a ring on the finger. What are y'all thoughts? Yeah, it's been a while since I heard something about this Brother Polite guy. Like I said, I didn't know what was his name. But it was always on some, I don't know if he was one that initially was talking about this woke stuff, and I've never been a fan of that term. But that's where I remember him saying something like where he's trying to, challenge people's thinking, and people didn't like it, where he's always challenging somebody. But that's all I know on that. I'm not gonna claim to be no big expert on it. But we're talking tonight. Men, keep it in your pants until you put a ring on it. Do you believe in, waiting until marriage before engaging in the, you said the definition of good men are Russell Wilson, Morris Chestnut, and Omar Epps. By what? What do you mean? Elaborate on that. You said definition of good men. What do these good men have that you claim is the definition of a good man? He said, it is impossible for men to do that. They are too sexual. First of all, calm down, Derek Jackson. Men are not too sexual. That's a biased opinion. Two, you're not a man, so you can only speak on what you as a woman, not all women, but what you as a woman feel or think. Because there's plenty of women that are way more sexual than men, so they can't wait to have sex and don't even have equipment that's work. Wow, see, that's sexual right there. You know what I'm saying? Would that not make you more sexual than the man? You can buy something that works better. Sound like you're too sexual. Stop messing with them little men. So I used to like Tommy about 5 years ago until he started wasting time on trolling. Yeah, I think I know the reason why she think Russell Wilson is a good guy. Because he's tricking on Sierra. And so some people think that's what a good man is supposed to be. And I don't know a lot about Russell Wilson, so I'm not going to speak on if that's actually true. But I'm not a fan of tricks. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why, of course, I put the thing in there, men keep it in your pants until you put a ring on it, is they have to have the clickbait. So, the anti-man, the man haters are going to like that title and think I'm coming in here to crush men, and tell them that, they are, as she says, overly sexual. Me, you see one, and you looking right at him. You're looking right at him. Me and my wife were celibate before we got, married. So, got the ring on first. Next question. You know what I'm saying? And I talk it like I walk it. I walk it like I talk it, how they say that. And I'm not the only one. There are many men that are just like that. And it wasn't, oh, she made me do it. It was a mutual decision that we both were on board for, because no man, woman, or child can make me do anything I don't want to do. And women get wet looking at the washing machine. So stop it. Don't play. I tell you, I ain't no softy. Maybe some other dudes be like a pushover like that. You know what I mean? He said men need to be careful who they want to be with. Absolutely. And so should women. And stop laying down with every, cornball dude and then get mad at the results. He said, so you were a virgin prior to marriage? No, I was not. But neither was she. And neither are you. You know what I'm saying? Because we love to, it's that fantasy world where we're like, every woman is a virgin. And matter of fact, that used to be the thing in the 80s where it's like, you're my first. Man, she had about 32 firsts. But every dude will believe that she's the first, that he's the first for her, knowing good and well everybody chasing her. If there's one, if you find her attractive, there's 10 other dudes that find her attractive. Facts. They say facts after something, it makes it more true. No, but facts. That's true. You know what I'm saying? We've been married 11 years. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, Derek. Do me a favor, hit that share and like, invite somebody. They do. I'm going to read it just like how she said it. It's your fault, Amshay. But she's like, y'all think y'all little peanuts work magic like people fall in love off of one dose. They do. Be like the dude throwing oranges and waiting to exhale. I don't remember who was throwing oranges. But I don't remember the movie that well. I just know Whitney Houston was in it. May she rest in peace. But I know plenty of women that were sprung, literally, and dude was a worthless piece of crap, just verbally abused her and all that kind of stuff. But because of Rodney, okay, I don't know what was the actor's name. Because, matter of fact, I don't even remember any of the actors, any of the male actors anyway, except for an old boy that was a tap dancer. I think he passed recently too. The Isaac Hayes, Isaac something? Yeah, the tap dancing dude, talented brother. But that's the only guy I remember. You said Leela Roshan was throwing oranges? Leela Roshan was in it. Yeah, that's right. So you're not talking. I guess Leela Roshan's dude was Rodney. Nope. That's not true. I've seen different. But it's nice to say or it sounds good because it puts, a woman on a pedestal of superiority. But no, just like Gregory Hines. I want to say Isaac. Gregory Hines, yes, appreciate it, Derek. But that there's corny dudes that wanted to marry a girl after they met on a weekend, like when we got out of basic training and we saw girls for the first time in 2.5 months. Guys went crazy. But again, so did those girls. Because they hadn't seen dudes in 2.5 months. Some of them, some of them don't care. They could see them last week and they was already crazy. No, it's not true. You need to do a I think it's on Unsung or one of those documentaries on Big Daddy Kane. And you will see women don't rule the bed space. That is a fiction of your memory, imagination. Appreciate that, Chef Maurice in the building. Do me a favor, hit that like, hit that share, and we're gonna get right into it. Do a search on that. I'm pretty sure you can, if it's on demand or whatever, you can find it, or maybe even on YouTube. You probably see some clips of people talking about it. Kumo D used to line them up. Not Kumo D, Big Daddy Kane. Sorry, Big Daddy Kane used to line them up. I've witnessed personally girls waiting in line because they were so infatuated with this dude. They having conversations with each other, knowing they're the next one in line. And he's running through all of them. They did not rule nothing. Just being real. Now, granted, there's, on the other side, too, where women do that exact same thing to guys. So I'm not saying it's one way or the other. It's Unsung with Big Daddy Kane. Check that out. I mean, that, that's like, the stuff you say, that never happens in real life. It happened in real. No, he wasn't drugging nobody. No, they were just groupies. Typical women. You know what I'm saying? Doing typical groupie women stuff. Like I said, you don't see dudes chasing after WNBA stars, but there's a whole reality series talking about NBA wives or, basketball wives. You know what I'm saying? Could that would be difficult, just to be honest. I'm not gonna pull no punches. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things. But Mind Games Uncut, what's going on, man? Do me a favor, hit that share and like. Topic tonight is men, keep it in your pants until you put a ring on the finger. Meaning no sex before marriage. Exactly, it happens. No drugs. I used to run strippers at the crib. You've seen it. Absolutely. But to answer your question, you said, could you marry someone with a G? And I guess that means a high body count. I'm not sure. Is that link? Is that code for that? Appreciate that, Mind Games. And y'all check out Mind Games Uncut. I really am interested in going to that thing next Wednesday. Because Freddie Jackson, that's my boy. I might have to come there early. Check that crap. Check him out. But I'll have to. It would heavily depend on other circumstances or other factors in it, as far as high body count. The reasons I would say no is the interaction and how if there's still connections with all these people, because I don't want to be like Ray J and they had that. She smashed a homie. She smashed all the homies. Like that's a lot. He said, boy, that's hard. You're my cousin back in the day up north, seeing Big Daddy Kane and his crew walk in the house. Oh, okay. You said you did, and this time her sex count did not matter. Hey, it don't matter for him. You know what I'm saying? It matters to me. You know, all that affects you. You know what I'm saying? Mess around, your dude's ex is a kingpin, a queen pin for the girls. You know, kingpin for the guys. Like, nah, we gotta know. Um, or you mess around and you see, you know, some videos get played and like, hey, is that my wife? Oh heck no, you know, and she ain't tell you. Mm-mm. See, Mind Games Uncut. I don't care. Now, Mind Games Uncut over here talking about something. She might have that comeback nookie. Like, no. Hey, you might be able to do that. You might want to have the bragging rights like the people that got with Superhead and old boy from Family Matters was with her for a little bit. You know, they straight clowned him. You know, he said, but y'all out here got more miles on your weenies than Oscar Mayer. They don't. Hey, they don't get no pass either. So would you be okay with somebody that got a high body count? Like how Wilt Chambers said he had over 20,000. He had been with over 20,000 women in his lifetime. 20,000. Like, do the math. How many in a day? Because I know Big Daddy Kane was doing only 6, 7 of them in a day, in a night. Like, Superhead was not a victim. Superhead was not even close to being a victim. You know, you're right. It does, just in a different headspace at the time. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so we're on the same page on that. Mind Games talking about yes, but no, and we got a lot of unlearning to do, Am Shay, because you've been brainwashed to think women can do no bad, and we got to unlearn that. Men can do bad, and so can women, and men can do good. It's not strange for men to do good, you know. You said your woman will be out there being Vanessa Del Rio. Who's Vanessa Del Rio? Yeah, she lied through her teeth. I mean, she's the biggest liar. Biggest liar. But that's what drugs will do. You know what I'm saying? And she ain't getting attention. I mean, she's a straight, you know, groupie to hip-hop artists. Then gonna try to say, oh, she got abused and whatever, and then she became a porn star after that. But she was a groupie before she was a porn star. You know what I mean? And then she want to go tell everybody because it was a money making opportunity by saying, yes, I knew all these artists, but she was not a victim at all, at all. But that's cute because they always want to put that on a female. Oh, she didn't know. She was taken advantage of only because she's a woman. Not because it actually was taking advantage of her, because they automatically like, yep, you know, if you regret it, you're a victim. We're not gonna even factor in how much crap you talk. You know, doesn't matter. They'll forever call him a victim. He said, I bang 5,000 a day. I'm from Wakanda. Really? Right. But like I said, she didn't get them being a victim. She knew what she was doing. I don't believe her. If that's true, that there should have been a case to charge those men, because that's rape. But I don't believe that crap. I believe it's no different than Lizzo on one video saying, I don't care what y'all think of me, I'm going to be as nasty as I want to be. And then the next one, I'm a victim because y'all are making fun of me. No, you're not a victim. You're not a victim at all. Now you're trying to get spiritual on me over here. But I can answer that one. He said a legendary porn star in the late 70s and part of the 80s. She wasn't in the 70s. Oh, the other person you were telling me about. Vanessa Del Rio. Wow. Okay, got you. We were just talking about that, and I don't know a lot about that dude, but I am hoping it's not true. What's going on, Ron G in the building? Hey man, we got a hot one tonight. We're talking about men. Keep it in your pants until you put a ring on the finger. What you talking about? But let me answer this question that Amshay has. She's like, what do you think about soul ties? That's a spiritual concept where whoever you engage in, you are tying your soul to that individual. So, regardless if you're a man or a woman, you lay down, you are tied to that person. Hey, we'll just have to agree to disagree, but she's not a victim. She is not a victim. You know, who's a victim is old boy that married her. Old boy from Family Matters, he's a victim. You know what I'm saying? But that whole Brother Polite situation, part of me is just like, you know, with I think it was somebody, I can't remember who it was, where they have these allegations so rough. I'm like, I'm hoping that it's 100% true, because my thing is, you can't undo this. She can't say, I'm sorry, I was just mad, you know, he punished me, or he put me on restriction, or said I couldn't go outside or something, and that's the reason why I lied on him. He's forever going to be known as a rapist, even if it is a lie. And I'm not cool with that. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like I hope it's true and he gets nuked for it, because he deserved to be nuked if he actually did this. But if she lied, there's no undoing that. You can't oops, I'm sorry. As a matter of fact, they should nuke her. But, you know, oh, she's a victim. And even in her lying, she a victim. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. Lizzo video crying victim. Yeah, she's not a victim. Appreciate it. Yeah, say that. Hit that. They say Vanessa Del Rio is Debbie Allen and Felicia Rasad's half-sister. Wow, I didn't know that. Hold on. So it's to the point today you need a signed consent before engaging in sex. And even then, they'll still try to claim some craziness. Because like I said, old girl that lied on Brian Banks, he spent 5 years in prison. Went straight from high school to prison. And it wasn't until he got out, and she tried to apologize secretly to say, I'm sorry, I lied on you, that it came out, and he was able to record her confessing that she lied. But he spent 5 years, and he could not get into the NFL at that point because he lost 5 years. The average career in the NFL is like 3.5. But does she spend a day in jail? Probably not. How many people were like, oh, she's a victim? She got money from the school system because she sued the school system for allowing herself to get raped by this high school football standout, and he was, you know, given all this leeway because he's a superstar potential. So she milked that and made him look out the biggest villain, when the truth be told is he broke up with her his senior year. She didn't like that because she knew he was destined for the NFL. So she called him a rapist. And they did a movie on that. You know, so I'm not making this up. But they'll still call her a victim. Darius McCrary, yep, him. Yep, Darius McCrary, he's a victim. Because he cannot be thinking in his right mind messing with that girl. You know. Ruining their lives, absolutely. He said, hold on. He said, don't hurt the message they tell me y'all use Mardi Gras to buy potions. I've only been to New Orleans once. I've never been to Mardi Gras, so I don't know about that voodoo stuff and all that. Folks who bring false accusations should be subject to criminal prosecution with jail time. Absolutely, 100%, in the same amount of time. You know, I've watched documentaries where this girl and guy killed another person, another guy. The guy gets 20 years. The girl gets probation. Both of them responsible for killing this person, but one gets an enormously large, penalty. The other one, slap on the wrist. He said, should celebrities sign sexual agreements? Folks running people's lives. Absolutely. To sign sexual agreements as far as like, hey, you're okay with blah, blah. I think they should. And I think everybody should. Because, people lie about everything. I know that there's stories where white women would lie that they got raped because they didn't want their white dad knowing they just had sex with a black man. So they would save face or not get, hurt by their dads. You know what I'm saying? But because everyone is okay with looking at a woman as a victim, they're easily believed. Believe them. You just have to believe them. You don't have to have proof. Just believe them because they said it. Now, on the other side of it, I don't like the situation where a guy has so much influence that he can do whatever he wants and nobody believes the girl. So I don't want to go to the other extreme, but I'm not on that other extreme where it's like, if any woman says anything, I'm just going to believe her. Nah. Because like I was having a conversation with a brother earlier, it's like, somebody could say that about me, and how many of y'all would instantly switch? Believe it lock, stock, and barrel, and not even give me the benefit of the doubt that she lying. Be like, yep, I knew it. I knew it all along. Like them two haters that I got rid of. In my face talking about some, man, we appreciate your support. You used to support their channel, all that kind of stuff. But talk about you never believed. That's why you never really supported we never came into your channel, because we don't like the stuff that you say. You're too negative. I'm too negative because I'm holding women accountable. I will always be negative then. Because I don't believe in letting anybody have a pass. Men or women. You know what I'm saying? He said, or would you guys require one? Because, boy, it ain't looking for good. I hope he's, again, I don't know Cuba Gooding Jr.'s situation. I know I seen that video where he's walking out of court like, y'all ain't crap, y'all are full of crap kind of thing. But if it is true, I hope he gets nuked. He needs to get nuked. But again, if it's not true and they're just using a bull crap because nobody will question the girl and just 100% believe him, I got a problem with that. Absolutely. He said, I'm not concerned about celebrities. I'm worried about me. Same here. I have personal incidents where people try to claim I did something I didn't do because I'm a big guy. They don't even question the other person. I got to come up with all kind of evidence to show they're a liar before they go, okay. And they don't have that same energy. They don't like, okay, we're going to have that same energy back and nuke her. They just kind of calm down. No, wait a minute. Y'all were going to nuke me just knowing she was telling the truth. But then when you find out she's full of crap, okay, hey, let's calm down. Take it easy, guy. Take it easy. But y'all have been okay with me in jail for something I didn't do? Do you believe in celibacy should be practiced until marriage? People cheat in marriages. Celibacy is a personal decision. Awesome. He said, why do men feel the need to have threesomes? I'm curious. Seems to be a goal of most men. Again, we're going to have to unlearn some things. The terminology you're using, I can understand the question if you're curious about the act, but the tie-in that you're having, like, you claiming to know most men, which you don't. I can't get down with that part. Or even the part that all men feel the need to have a threesome, because all men don't. the partial answer I can give to you is that instead of having one donut, you want 2 donuts. So hey, 2 is better than 1. You know what I mean? Would be my logic behind wanting to be with 2 women. But that's some young thinking. Not manly thinking, young thinking. You know what I'm saying? But when people who have a low viewpoint of men, they'll gravitate towards that and really think that's legit, when it's really just exposing how low you think of men. If that's, you know what I mean, if it's hard for you to understand it or hard for you to grasp that. You know what I'm saying? He said, about 10 years ago, I had a female try to extort me. Said she was going to say I raped her unless I paid up. It happens. But no one gives a dang about the male who gets victimized like that. They will sit up there and still try to nuke you because they feel you're automatically the villain. And she's automatically the victim. So I'm not 1 and 1. I'm too jealous. I'd be in county. And I'm with you on that. I don't want to share nobody. You know what I'm saying? And even as a young man, when it came to like, people were like, okay, yeah, you know, there's a threesome that's 2 girls and a guy, and there's a threesome that's 2 guys and a girl. I'm like, I don't think I can be in the same room with another dude, and we both, I don't know about that one. You know what I mean? But and I'm not trying to even front that I'm so talented that I can take care of 2 women at the same time. It sounds good, but you know, he said police were involved. I had to fight to clear my name. Lesson learned, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, they don't care about that because so many people go over the top and like, yeah, you know, we gotta 100% believe this girl, no matter what kind of consequences it plays on that guy. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. You know, I know it might be harsh for some of y'all to take. I know some of y'all have dipped out of Facebook, but just you will never hear lies on the Freddie Chico show. I'm just saying. I don't sugarcoat things, and I'm not just here for likes. I'm not just here to hope women like me because of that, because I ain't interested in none of y'all. So that's never going to be my goal as far as this show is concerned. So you're sorry that happened? Yeah, it sucks. So no, they don't. I had no recourse, and they were without any charges. So there's no deterrent for them to do it to somebody else until it works. And they probably done it before you, and it worked for them. You was just the next in line. You're saying, well, what do you think about those that are poly? To each his own. To each his own. And Forgotten Kings. Is Forgotten Kings in the building? I think I saw something that he shared a link. But that's my boy. Y'all check him out, man. That dude's doing big things. He's over there with Kwame Brown and the big wigs out there. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be like him when I grow up. What's up? Oh, he's sending me a link to his stuff. Got you. Yes, that is terrible. I cannot believe that someone would do this to an innocent person. Karma will serve them justice. Don't you worry. Now, sometimes I want to be a fly on the wall to see that. Because, you know, I'm a type of person where it's like, if I ain't bothering you and you screw with me like something like he's talking about, I want you to feel it twice. You know what I mean? And God's still working on me. And, you know, just trying to get to the point where it's like, I don't wish evil on nobody. But, you know, if I not bothering you and you out of the blue be like, he raped me or whatever, and people are turning their nose down at me, you know what I mean? Like, yo, you know, that's crazy. You know, I'm a one woman period. Got you. Same here. I don't want none of y'all out there. You know what I mean? And it's not to impress no woman. Because people are like, oh, you know, that's good. Don't care if you think it's good or not. Because I'm not trying to impress you. I impress him. And that's it. You know, I give honor to him, give honor to my wife, you know, and give honor to my parents, my father. You know, everybody else could care less. Couldn't care less. Women like that make men like you hard to love because it's probably harder for you to trust. That's true too, and you know we gotta answer for that too. But because it is hard to trust when you have women, and vice versa. It's hard for women to trust if you run into a man that does some stupidness that y'all have to deal with. I mean, I can hear it in how you talk that you have a lack of trust in men. You know, and whether it's warranted or not, you know, those are your experiences that have a lasting effect. You know what I'm saying? They mold how you look at things in the future. You know, when you're quick to say, you know, these guys don't like this or these guys always trying to do this, it came from somewhere. It didn't come out the air, hopefully, you know, or you're psycho. You know, there was some evidence that happened. You know, it's not just something you saw in a Tyler Perry movie and you run in with that. You know what I'm saying? Is it too much drama having more than one woman? And I'm not going to go on the other side of that too, where it's like, you know, women are just associated with drama. You know, that is a learned behavior. So I'm not going to get heavy-handed on that. In all honesty, I've never been. In all honesty, go down. Let me go down. When this thing lets me go down, I'll read your comment. So I've never been a guy to want to put my hands on a woman, but in that instant, I wanted to whoop her behind like a man. Well, some dude deserved to get hands put on him. So again, that's probably something people don't like about me. It's like I don't discriminate when it comes to putting hands. You raise your hand up, man, woman, or child, you're gonna get your behind whooped like a man. Like, keep your hands to yourself. I'm not one of these corny Derrick Jacksons that be like, yo, you know, if she hits you, just control her. Don't hit her back. Nah. She know I'm bigger than her. If she don't, sorry about that. Sending somebody a message real quick. I do not understand why is it not letting me see all the messages. Maybe I can hit this and say, maybe it stopped. There it goes. It went back down. All right, cool. Because I was not able to read it. All right, that's all that was said. So when a man is truly married, in a man's eyes, is it when you give the engagement ring or walk down the aisle? Can you elaborate what do you mean truly married? Because like somebody was saying, I think it was Mind Games Uncut or somebody on Facebook earlier when I was on the live, talking about cheating, is that they don't think it's cheating until it's married. I disagree. If we are boyfriend, girlfriend, and you engage in some bad behavior with somebody else, that's cheating. Regardless if you said I do yet. But that's me. That's my personal opinion. So, so it's even before the engagement ring. You know what I mean? But that's how I roll. You said you can't see all of his comments. Yeah, he said, in all honesty, I've never been the guy to want to put hands on a woman, but in that instance, I wanted to whoop her butt like a man. And I'm with you on that. Do you feel close enough to have sex during the engagement, or do you wait until completely you walk down the aisle? We waited. I'm not talking about fantasy or thoughts or, you know, hypotheticals, theories. No. We waited until we said I do. I know you said you needed. Show me one. Right here. Here I go. Mystical. Here I go. Right here. The man right here. The man right here. There we go. It went back down. Okay, cool. It's been a good show, man. I appreciate y'all coming in the building. You know, y'all follow my boy, Wrestling with My Thoughts on podcast, Instagram. Support my brother out here. I think you're out there in California, right? How long should you be engaged before getting married? Depends, you know, because personally, and you know, like I said, there's certain things that I will disclose. You know, I've known my wife over 20 plus years, but our engagement was about a year, and we dated about 2 months, something like that. It was very, very short before we were engaged. But in our instance, we've known each other for a long time, you know. So I'm not saying that's, you know, the template for anybody else. It worked for us. He said, like, listen, I'm not staying engaged over 2 years. So you're going to put a ring on somebody? How about you get down on a knee and propose to somebody? Yeah, I agree. If you can't decide if you want me in that time, we're wasting time. But we also need to change our mentality that it's something the guy is supposed to be doing for the girl. It's a union, two people joining together. Not you trying to, you know, cater to the woman and she ain't got to do nothing. Like, no, she need to bring something to the table. Stop being lazy. Because, yeah, I agree when people start saying, well, yeah, you know, he just can't commit because he hasn't married her in over 5 years. Maybe because he's trying to hold on to hope that she can actually get her mind right. You know what I'm saying? Time's the only time I get on my knees when I'm praying. And you can be single the rest of your life, too. Okay, I see you, Ron Glaze. Ron Glaze in the building. Do me a favor, hit that share on your page, if you don't mind. See if somebody come in this last 15 minutes. And I have no argument with you if that's what you feel like you are not going to propose. My only argument for you is like, understand in a marriage, it's not for you to just sit there and be taken care of. You're an adult. You need to bring something to the table that you can take care of yourself and be an addition, a complement to your man. Not a bill, not a liability. Because we got the clarity on the scripture. It says anyone who don't work should not eat, meaning women too. And if that's not enough, because we told you what that one, I think it was 1 Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, 3:9 or 3:10, something like that. Go to Proverbs 31. There's plenty of things in there that they said the wife is supposed to be. Pick one. You ain't got to do all of them because it's impossible for you to do all of them. It's impossible for men to do all. Anyone, that's just a lot of stuff. But pick one. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be all right. But don't be that lazy woman that thinks somebody's supposed to just take care of her while she sits and enjoys the fruits of somebody else's labor. That makes me the power force in the relationship. I can't respect a relationship if I'm given too much control. If I'm given too much control, a man must know how to put me in check. That's not good. Be a check or get checked. No. You need to unlearn that. Please unlearn that. That's that foolishness that women say, talking about, you know, I need a man that can control me. Because they're the same ones like, he's too controlling. But then you just say, or handle, I'm sorry, not control. I needed someone that he can handle me. But that's control. You know what I mean? In the same breath, like, I don't want him, he's too controlling. But you want somebody to handle you like an animal. Like you're an animal. And there's nothing wrong with proposing to a man. Nothing wrong. Testing. Okay. Pulling the mic out and everything. He said, in my eyes, the man doesn't respect that I feel he thinks I'm going to take care of him. Well, he shouldn't be taking care of you. And the argument I had, somebody else had that same argument, something similar to it. Correct me if I'm wrong, if this is where your line of thinking is on that. If the guy allows the girl to propose to him, that he loses the control. Before I tell you why that's a dumb statement, I want to ask you, do you agree with that? If a girl proposes to the guy is giving up the control. Do you agree with that? You might figure it out before I tell you what's wrong with it. But I want to see if you hear that. What's going on, Heaven's Hound? Appreciate you in the building. Okay. Now I'm going to show you why that is wrong. And I'm going to show you why that's incorrect. You say you feel like the person proposing has the control. And I guess I can see in a way, because they are initiating, they have the control of the situation. But see, this is where you go. This is where it veers off. And Heaven's Hound's one of your peoples. Appreciate you coming, joining the chat. This is where it goes off, where it's not control. If I ask you a question, can you give me $5? Yes or no? Am I in control or are you in control? Unless I do some Professor Xavier X-Men and make you do something, you have to say yes or no to my question. Not a command, not a demand, it's a question. So when the person who is proposing gets on one knee and says, "Will you marry me?" The woman has control to say, nah. It's not magically, there's a lot of people that will say yes because they don't want to embarrass the dude. But there's plenty of YouTube videos where dudes have been embarrassed. And I don't blame you for that. But do you believe the same thing for the guy? If the guy gets down on one knee and says, "Will you marry me?" and that girl says, "No. The relationship is over. Get out of my life ASAP." Do you agree with that? Or should he try again? Especially if it's like with a lot of people witnessing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like on TV, like some of them that got turned down at a baseball game or something. Like, oh, she said no. Oh. All that. Okay. Ain't no try again either way it goes. I'm with you on that. I have no argument for you on that. You know, because hopefully it's not a situation where you just like you met the girl last week and you're proposing. You deserve that, no. But I'm talking about, like you said, waiting 2 years and y'all been dating for a while and you know each other's family and all that good stuff, and you say no? Let's go ahead and stop wasting our time. Thank you for the 2 years, but I'm out. Peace. Just saying. What y'all say? Because I have conversations, so it's not just you. There's a lot of dudes that don't believe that men can make their women wait. You know what I'm saying? So they're quick to be like, yeah, it's you. Because I didn't do that. You know, we had some close calls or whatnot, but it wasn't just on my side. You know what I'm saying? So, but we had accountability partners. We had things that help us out. So we're not perfect. You know what I'm saying? But we made it through a whole year. You know, some cats, I can't, go without it for a month. A whole year. Over a year. He said, if he proposed to me in public, it's an automatic yes, but if I feel no, I'll tell him in private. That's nice. I imagine that. I didn't know you was nice like that, Amshay. He said, never say yes if you don't mean it. Uh-oh. So I would hate for him to be in a crowd and get embarrassed. Oh, I feel you on that one. Because who knows if you can't just be like, hey, we just, it didn't work out. But, he could save face. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's on some situation where, there's a lot of things that is not privy to public that be the reason why you're saying no. Anything other than yes, Ron, is going to be embarrassment. Yeah, in the midst of a huge crowd, I wouldn't do that. Because anything other than yes is going to be an embarrassment. As a matter of fact, when I proposed to my wife, I had some clown, I'm going to not mention her name, but had a nerve to pull me aside and was like, are you sure she's going to say yes? Like, that's not what you need to be trying to plant seeds of doubt. Like, really? That's not cool. I'm not going to waste my time. You said, all right, agreed. Fred not going to waste time on not getting married. Nah, it's not me. He's a person I think public pros are hella unfair. He said, would you tell a woman no in a huge crowd? It depends. I would say it depends on my mood. But I think I would lean more to how you are. Like, hey, not wanting to embarrass somebody, but like, hey, we need to talk. But the thing is, for me, people gonna see it on my face. I'm not one to have that poker face like, yes. I mean, like, oh, what happened here? How did we get here? So they're gonna know something's up. So I would be the wrong one to do that too. Why? You think it forces a? Why do you think it forces a yes? Okay, hold on. He said, I would tell her we need to discuss it probably, but I'm never saying yes if I don't mean it. Respect. See, that's why my knees only bend to pray and dance. Nah, y'all okay with dude being rejected millions of times, but y'all get rejected once, y'all in y'all feelings? That ain't the same. That is not the same. But I think we had some great interaction on this, so we definitely need to have a part 2 to this. Maybe the next one I have it, ladies, addressing the ladies on wait until you get married before laying down, something like that. He said, I respect that, but I can't be rejected like that. I couldn't take it. I ain't proposing to no man. Because you weak. You're not strong. You're not built like that. That's all it is. All that head shaking like, yeah, that's right. What? That's right. I don't know. Man, I appreciate y'all in here. Ron G, Amshay, Derek, Mind Games Uncut, Chef Maurice. What else was in here? All the unknowns that peek in but don't say nothing. And, we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on TikTok now. Y'all check me out on TikTok. I'm going to start doing TikTok videos. TikTok, all that. And so that will probably be something that shoot, I can't even put my finger out like that. It'll be right there pretty soon. Maybe above the Twitter. So I need to really get into the tweeting. I haven't been doing any tweets. The Freddie Chico Show. Check me out. Yeah, check me out on there. You know, I got the video, like I said, on TikTok, so you can see that the intro that I have that Facebook sees, Facebook and YouTube that I can't do on Instagram. But yeah, like I said, follow me, I'll follow you. You know, for TikTok, it looks like you cannot communicate with people until you follow them. So I'm like, look, if y'all ain't following me, I ain't following you. He said, if a woman been there for you through good times and bad times and help you build, then it shouldn't be a problem to be husband and wife. Agreed. Not a bill, not a liability, but a ride or die helpmate. I have no problem with that. I will tell her you said hey. I will see you guys Friday with a hot topic. Hopefully, we'll have it ironed out tomorrow. Working on some things. But I remember, like I always tell you, you're never too old to learn. You're never too young to teach. You don't have to think like me, but you do have to think. We got no dummies on this show. It's not a me show, it's a we show. So if y'all want to send me topics, you want to talk about religious topics on Mondays, relationship topics on Wednesdays, and no holds barred on Fridays. Politics, racism, whatever is hot trending, this brother polite stuff. I don't know, that'd probably be a relationship topic. But whatever it is, we don't care. Appreciate you. Love y'all. There's nothing y'all can do about it. Chico out.